So what then is this wonderful thing that we call magic and magical entertainment? Well, I would like to suggest that most people will probably say that magic is tricks. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what we magicians do, right? And we use tricks just to blow people's minds. But I would like to add, with my good friend, the late Eugene, that the tricks are about the props. Magic is about life and the ability of our imagination from our world of play-like and make-believe to create wonderful, transpiring, and often consequential illusions. That's right. It's the ability of magical entertainment to create illusions that people find so motivating, so inspiring, so delightful, so much fun, and so, well, you just add whatever adjective that you would like. The experience of magical entertainment. Well, I like the definition that my good friend Dr. Larry Haas has offered us in his TEDx on the subject, What is Magic? Dr. Haas suggests that magic is the artful performance of impossible things that generate energy, delight, and wonder. Oh, wow. Isn't that great? Listen to it one more time. Magic is the artful performance of impossible things that generate energy, delight, and wonder. And that makes it unique as an art form. And I would suggest that that's exactly what magical entertainment is. It is a performance art form. The same thing as other performance arts, like theater, for example. In fact, magical entertainment, and it's entertainment above everything else, is in fact a form of theater. Now think with me about theater. Theater immediately implies a performer. That performer is doing something, is acting, right? Magicians are performers and they are acting. They are acting an act. Where? On a stage. Where is the stage? Well, there's a physical context for it. It may be a performance hall. It may be beside someone's dining table in a restaurant. Or it may be in someone's living room for that birthday party entertainment. But the stage is in a performance area that has been assigned just for the performer to perform the act, you see. But as a piece of theater, as art performance, it is also performed for an audience. Oh, now magicians get great joy in practicing and rehearsing when they are the only audience, right? Well, that is where, in fact, the performance pieces that we engage our audiences with are perfected and mastered. We need that time for practice in the privacy of our studies, our own private stages for rehearsal. But we have to have that audience because the magic doesn't happen in the hands of the magician. Because the magic isn't found in the props that the magician uses. You see, magic doesn't even happen in the mind of the performer. In fact, magic is an experience in the minds and in the spirit of our audiences. If the audience doesn't experience that energetic response, that sheer delight in the performance, and the wonder which comes from the recognition that, no way, what I have just seen cannot be explained, then there is no magic. Now, there are a lot of other features I think that we could add to the nature of magic. So what have we said so far? It is a performance art. The magician, like an actor on a stage, is a performance artist who is creating an act for an audience on a stage that is developed in a context appropriate for such stage, for such action. But there are other factors as well. Magic is like a rubric. Now, a rubric is like a big sign with an arrow on it that says, look over there. Magic is a rubric that says, look over there. In other words, it's something more than just the playfulness of the rings uniting or the balls jumping from one place to another. As a rubric, magic acts as a metaphor, something that we can compare to in human experience. If magic is well performed, it takes the audience from that no way to a recognition that the universe in which we live, our audiences live, is richer than what we might have suspected, that there are possibilities wildly beyond our imagination that we have ever thought of before. Magic is that rubric then, that experience of wonder that says, wait a minute, perhaps there is more. Perhaps there is something else. Perhaps I can understand the world I live in and the world that I relate to in a whole new way, from looking at it maybe not from just this way, but from a right angle. Let's look at it from that way. But the most important quality I think that I would like to add to the character of magic is that magical entertainment creates a relationship. In fact, I would argue, along with many, many of my colleagues in the field of magical entertainment, that the most important quality of magical performance is the relationship that the magician builds with our audience. Now, what is that relationship of? Well, it can't be, look how great I am and look how stupid you are. How many times have you thought about magic? Well, I can do something you can't do. You're stupid, so take it, and I'm out of here. I'm going to walk out of here as the prince that I am. Well, if that's all that magic was, it wouldn't have lasted a day, not even a century, let alone would it have lasted throughout the civilizations of human history. No, the relationship has to be something more than I'm great and you're stupid. No, the relationship has to be a mutual relationship, a relationship of sharing and of giving. Bob Neal likes to say, if I am a magician, you are a magician also. We are all magicians. And we live in a universe that we characterize and interpret through magical thinking. If you could step back away from your own experience and relationships, I think you will appreciate that we all build our little illusions that we walk into and out of every day. These illusions are real. They give us meaning and value. They define who we are, what our obligations are, what the rules are. But they are all figments, you see, of our imagination, constructs of our minds. And this relationship that we share with our audience is a giving relationship that acknowledges the magician that we are both are. When we accept and project the notion that you are a magician, I am a magician, step onto my stage with me, if you will, let's play together. Then we can explore the richness of this human experience together. Finally, magic then, in the context of our mutual relationship, is a gift that we can give to our audiences. It's a gift that no other performer and no other performance art can give or share to an audience exactly the same way that we can. Very few artists have the ability to take people to the very edge of what our audiences perceive to be the really real and blow their minds so that they are completely unstrung to the point of saying, no way, that can't be. Nothing in my experience can explain that. And for the first time, they realize that there's more to our lives together, the miracle of our lives together, than simply that which we can explain. Magic, like a good poem, points to the edge of human experience to suggest that's something that's on the other side, you see. Well, all of this is really heavy. I know that. I can appreciate that. But think about it again. Think about Dr. Haas's definition of magic. Magic is the artful performance of impossible things that generate delight, energy, and wonder. Well, step onto my stage, will you? Come to the Mark Wilson Magic Club here. That's the context in which our stage is erected here. Let's step into the world of play-like and make-believe and create some magic.